Hello, I have a solution for your worries. Here you go. Hello and welcome back to our next digital awareness module. Here we'll study analytics and big data along with its practical application in a real-life scenario. Not only this, after each key concept, you will be tasked to complete some interesting activities that will ensure your correct understanding of big data and its real-time applications. So let us begin to learn analytics and big data through a very interesting conversation between Aditya and Shreya. Good luck and happy learning! Shreya has a conference on information and technology. She asks Aditya to go along. But due to their delay in flight, they will have to wait in the waiting area. This is where their interesting conversation on data analytics begins.
You don't even know how excited I am to attend the conference.
I totally understand. IT is a fascinating domain. I wanted you to come along for the conference because this will definitely give you a new perspective.
I am feeling so fortunate today. I am learning so many new things. The discussion we are having is in fact more productive for me than watching a YouTube video.
I'm glad to hear that. Till the time we get another update about our flight, we can start understanding analytics and big data.
Yes, sure. But aren't these two terms same? I have heard different terms sometimes referring to the similar context. For example, analytics, big data analytics, and data analytics. What is it exactly?
Well, to reach there, let us understand data first. Raw facts and figures are called data. The word raw means that the facts have not yet been processed to derive meaningful information from it. Data is collected from different sources and for different purposes, so it may consist of numbers, characters, symbols, pictures, or even a conversation. It can be either quantitative or qualitative. When we do some analysis on the Shreya has a conference on information and technology. She asks Aditya to go along. But due to their delay in flight, they will have to wait in the waiting area. This is where their interesting conversation on data analytics begins.
You don't even know how excited I am to attend the conference.
I totally understand. IT is a fascinating domain. I wanted you to come along for the conference because this will definitely give you a new perspective.
I am feeling so fortunate today. I am learning so many new things. The discussion we are having is in fact more productive for me than watching a YouTube video.
I'm glad to hear that. Till the time we get another update about our flight, we can start understanding analytics and big data.
Yes, sure. But aren't these two terms same? I have heard different terms sometimes referring to the similar context. For example, analytics, big data analytics, and data analytics. What is it exactly?
Well, to reach there, let us understand data first. Raw facts and figures are called data. The word raw means that the facts have not yet been processed to derive meaningful information from it. Data is collected from different sources and for different purposes, so it may consist of numbers, characters, symbols, pictures, or even a conversation. It can be either quantitative or qualitative. When we do some analysis on those data to gain new insights, it is called data analytics. Generally, from such an analysis, which we get meaningful information in appropriate forms such as diagrams, reports, tables, etc. to understand data in a better way.
Okay. Last Sunday, I was going through the mark sheets of my son for the last 5 classes. I could see that his score in maths has been very consistent and better than those in other subjects every time. I could figure out that he has a deep interest in maths. Does this qualify as data analytics?
Absolutely, my friend. This is a very good and simple case of data analytics. We do such analysis very often in our daily lives on items like monthly expenditure, decisions like which car to purchase, when we should plan our holiday, etc.
Right. So, now I realize that companies must be doing different kinds of analysis too. This can surely help them in so many ways.
Indeed.
Can I implement data analytics in my confectionery business also?
Yes. In fact, various kinds of analysis are being done in businesses since early times. The companies have realized now that extensive usage of analytics can give them a good competitive edge. That is why we are seeing a big focus on this aspect these days.
I want to know more. Can you share some simple examples of data analytics being used in companies?
Why not? Sales and marketing department can apply big data analytics on customers' data to analyze and clearly define the target potential customers and customers' purchase journey. Right mode of selling, that is online, offline or personal selling, can be analyzed to increase sales by improving the effectiveness of advertisements and branding initiatives to optimize marketing investments. Content posted on social media can be analyzed and most responsive content can be used for prediction of customer behavior. Data analytics in production and maintenance can be used for analyzing inconsistency in capacity in terms of actual versus forecasted production, forecasting and comparing demand with supply. In supply chain, on the basis of demand of the product, all the raw and packing material along with the spares required can be predicted. On the basis of past purchases, cost trends, quality rejection rates, supplier service levels can be forecasted using big data analytics, thereby reducing stock out and inventory costs. In HR, analytics can be used in the following ways. Reasons for leaving in order to increase the retention of employees. Employees' performance can be measured real time and productivity can be analyzed at each hour of work. Based on employee performance, productivity and business performance, training and employee engagement spends can be optimized.
I got it. But then what is big data?
As the name suggests, big data is data which is too big to be handled easily. Let us understand this with an example. Suppose we want to prepare data of school children. If we want to capture the names and date of births of students of a school, we can do so in an Excel file and do the necessary analysis on our common PCs or laptops. But if we want to capture these details for the entire country, then a single Excel file will not do the job. And if we add some more details like parents' name, marks, address, photos, telephone numbers, etc. in this list, then imagine the amount of information we have. This can be considered as big data.
Wow, I got it. It means if any data is in large volume, then it is big data.
Volume is just one aspect. It is considered as first B of big data. There are 5 characteristics of big data identified as 5 V's that are volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and value. Let us see each of them one by one. The first V is volume. Volume refers to enormous size of data. Organizations collect data from a variety of sources, such as financial transactions, information from the sensor, machine-to-machine interaction, machine-to-human interaction, information from various social media, etc. Hence, enormous data is generated by any organization. The second V of big data is velocity. Velocity refers to the speed of generation of data, that is, a massive and continuous flow of data from multiple sources. Imagine the 3 plants of a company, each having hundreds of machinery, and each machine having a sensor which generates data every second. Let us consider an example of the Facebook. It is estimated that 4,500 photos are uploaded every second on their platform. The third V is variety. This V refers to different types of data being generated from multiple sources. Variety consists of numbers, alphabets, symbols, dates, text, images, colors, or even videos. Data comes in all types of formats, from structured, that is numeric data in traditional databases, to unstructured text documents, that is email, video, photos, GPS, audio, financial transactions, and billions of social media text messages. To derive meaningful results, we might have to integrate data from various sources. Coming to the fourth V, that is veracity. Veracity refers to the quality of data based on the number of errors and accuracy and indicates any wrong, meaningless, and unwanted data which should be filtered out. It refers to the uncertainty that comes with data. Often, data is incomplete and can be noisy. So we cannot rely completely on all aspects of the data, but have to deal with abnormalities of the data. For example, data containing production records for a machine for the last 1 year cannot have output mentioned. The fifth and the last V is value. Having access to big data is not enough unless it is turned into something of value. It is important to first understand how to leverage big data and derive value. For example, using big data to predict the demand for steel for any month and buying raw material cheaper in advance. Let's see a clear picture of all the V's of big data. Using big data to predict the demand for steel for any month and buying raw material cheaper in advance. Let's see a clear picture of all the V's of big data.
This is so engaging. I have a question. Do these airplanes also implement big data?
Hold on, Aditya. I'll answer your question, but let's have a quick knowledge check first. It is not exactly that the airplanes use big data analytics, but airlines have started using big data analytics to respond to market trends and customer needs.
What kind of data do they collect?
They collect data in the form of search history, purchase history, checked luggage, departure and arrival date and time, destination and departure city, hotels connections, number of travelers, miles traveled, etc.
And what do they generate from such data?
They enhance their business by analyzing the data collected. From the information they generate personalized offers, improve market efforts, use pricing and network strategies, put efforts to increase customer satisfaction. Examples clear our understanding. So let me give you another example. E-commerce giant Amazon has millions of customers that buy a large variety of products from their online servers, which produce a very large number of transactions within a short time frame. Mining these transactions to extract useful information, for example, to optimize advertising, has to deal with a large number of users and the variety of items that they have bought. Making a recommendation to one particular user takes into account what the user has bought so far. The knowledge gathered about a customer can be incomplete, and then a recommendation system has to rely on the imprecise information that it can obtain from the transaction data of customers and their behavior on the online store page.
This is incredible. They are analyzing our requirements and behavior from online surfing. But what if we separate data from big data? I mean, what type of analytics we need to perform now to gain insight into the data?
Let us discuss that one by one. There are many data analysis approaches, but all of them generally fall into three categories, that are descriptive analysis, predictive analysis, and prescriptive analysis. Descriptive analytics means insight into the past. Descriptive analytics uses data aggregation and data mining to provide insight into the past and answer to what has happened. Descriptive analysis or statistics does exactly what the name implies. That is, they describe or summarize raw data and make it something that is interpretable by humans. Vast majority of the statistics we use falls into this category. Data summaries like averages, means, standard deviations, etc. are some of the examples. Use descriptive analytics when you need to understand what is going on in your company at an aggregate level, and when you want to summarize and describe different aspects of your business. The next one is predictive analytics, that is, understanding the future. Predictive analytics uses statistical models and forecast techniques to understand the future and answer to the question, what could happen? Predictive analytics has its roots in the ability to predict what might happen. These analytics are about understanding the future. Predictive analytics provides companies with actionable insights based on data. Predictive analytics provide estimates about the likelihood of a future outcome. Use predictive analytics anytime you need to know something about the future or fill in the information that you do not have. The last one is prescriptive analytics, that is, advice on possible outcomes. Prescriptive analytics, which uses optimization and simulation algorithms to advise on possible outcomes and answer to the question, what should we do? The relatively new field of prescriptive analytics allows users to prescribe a number of different possible actions that guide them towards a solution. In a nutshell, these analytics are all about providing advice. Prescriptive analytics attempts to quantify the effect of future decisions in order to advise on possible outcomes before the decisions are actually made. At their best, prescriptive analytics predicts not only what will happen, but why it will happen as well, providing recommendations regarding actions that will take advantage of the predictions. Prescriptive analytics are relatively complex to administer, and most companies are not yet using them in their daily course of business. Use prescriptive analytics anytime you need to provide users with advice on what action to take.
Wow! I never realized that data can be so powerful. It seems that if any company or even individuals start exploiting the full potential of data, then he will be far ahead of others.
Yes. So now let's have another session of quick knowledge check.
Sure.
So, data analytics bring various benefits to the company like better informed decisions, better products, better efficiency, and above all, lesser risks.
How can an expert do data analytics or big data analytics? Is there any tool available for it?
There are a number of tools to do any kind of analysis. It needs to be understood that there are multiple steps involved, like capturing data, processing data, analyzing data, output and visualizing the analysis. Different kinds of tools and techniques are used for these different steps. Suppose we have very less volume of data and the level of analysis is not too advanced, then it can be done through MS Excel only. But if we have to store a large volume of data, then we need to go for special data storage software like database management systems like Oracle, MongoDB, etc. If data is big data, then storage can be done in tools like Hadoop. Similarly, For processing and analyzing data, we use tools like SQL, Python, etc. These technologies are very powerful and can do all the analytics that we talked about. For processing and analyzing big data, we can go for tools like Spark, and for data visualization tools, we use charts, graphs, and software like Tableau, Lumira, etc.
Great! It was very informative discussion with you. I'll try to learn some of these technologies to use them in my work areas for better decisions, more efficiency, and increased productivity.
You're most welcome. Well, big data analytics is generating grounds of all the mega trends happening in the world, be it social media, IoT, or cloud computing. We hope that you enjoyed this module. In the next module, we'll understand mobility. See you there. Bye.